Hello, how you doing? We are on to the MCU movie number 5 for CinemaWins, and that we are now on. Sorry, that was a notification for the video being downloaded for Captain America, the first Avenger, or the beginning of Captain America. I guess quadrilogy now, but like the trilogy for like Steve Rogers. So for me, Captain America is one of my favorite like superheroes. Just he's a lot like Superman with the way he'll like stand for, I guess, truth and justice in the American way. It's like Anthony Mackie had that whole bit a while ago about what Captain America represents for America. And a lot of people like took issue with that, but but other people pointed out, well, actually, he was trying to say that Captain America represents what America should be, and not like what it is like right now. Let's not get into that, please, because we're talking about Captain America. But yeah, um, his first movie I think is good. But it's cool seeing Captain America in World War II. Fight. There isn't enough of him fighting in the war, but I do love his origin story, like seeing what he was like before the serum, when he was a skinny kid. It is kind of jarring whenever I rewatch this movie. It's like, ah, man, I keep forgetting he was really small back then. Like, man, it's crazy how jacked up the serum made him. And yeah, don't think I have any other notes to talk about. So, this is one of CinemaWins' shorter videos. This is back when his videos were like under 10 minutes long. So this is gonna be a relatively short video. So with that in mind, let's get this over with. Yeah, love that music.
Anytime I'm reminded of the things.
That old voice, man. There was something about that. The microphone, I feel like back then was a lot. I don't know. Yeah, man. The Thing. Okay, I haven't. The Thing is the John Carpenter one. I'm guessing. Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
It's a win. Lightsaber on a spindle? I must still have Star Wars on the brain. I like that we know right from the beginning there will be a time jump. Don't get too comfortable in World War II with old Cappy.
That's fair.
Interesting spin on the Hydra myth. Although their motto is a callback to the multiple regenerating heads, their symbol speaks more to their reach with the multiple arms.
Oh, cool.
Hugo Weaving is always a win.
Yep.
Accent and all.
Yeah, I love Hugo Weaving, like Agent Smith in particular, but he pulls off a German accent pretty well.
Is that a Raiders reference?
Yeah, I guess it was, but yeah, there's the Tesseract, back when we didn't know it was an Infinity Stone.
Red Skull shadowing.
Very
I
much.
have no clue how they pull this off. Some magical effects work brought scrawny Chris Evans to life in a very realistic way.
Yeah, I saw that a lot. There's a lot of CGI work just to get that, because like I learned that they actually shot all of these scenes 4 different times. Like one with Chris Evans there, one with an actual small skinny guy, once with nobody there, and then one more with Chris Evans in front of a green screen, and they had to combine all of that to make him look skinny. It's insane how they pulled this off, and it still looks pretty good all these years later.
Kind of makes you think twice about enlisting, huh?
Nope.
More like 5 times. Shield shadowing.
Don't know when to give up, do you?
I could do this all day.
And that's all you really need to know
Yep.
about Cap.
Bucky.
Soldier to the rescue.
Yep.
I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from.
This statement comes off a little like a complex or as if Steve has a chip on his shoulder, but it's really not the case, as we'll find out.
There's Peggy. Yeah. Girl power.
Work smarter, not harder.
Oh, I love this bit.
Self-sacrifice. I love that his beginnings are so humble. Iron Man is great, but he's not the leader that Cap is.
Right.
Also, foreshadowing to when he jumps on the giant plane grenade to save New York.
Is this a test?
Another
He's still skinny. Man, I keep forgetting. Hold on.
Is this a test?
I keep forgetting Tommy Lee Jones was in this, because, yeah, he was. He could only be in one movie because of when this is set.
Another testament to how pure at heart and trusting Steve is. Is this the first time he's even getting a clue as to what's going on? I haven't seen him ask anyone. He just knows he's part of a super soldier program.
That's fair.
Anyway, I also think it's kind of neat that
And there's Howard Stark.
Iron Man's dad helped create the first Avenger. It's kind of like when Fry became his own grandfather. Except less time travel and grandma loving.
Okay. Ba, ba, ba.
Beefy. Anti-stormtrooper aim.
Cool.
No real testing out his powers setup. He gets right to work. Guess maybe he could have done a little prep.
Yeah. Dang.
Yes, sir.
And some of that running looked a little wonky, but it's fine.
More shield shadowing. And this time with a star inside a circle.
Yeah, I see it. Oh, I love this. Sorry, that was poorly timed, but I love that. Like the fact that this subverting expectations. Like, oh, this kid's fine. He can swim.
Take that, movie trope.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's like submersible Batman. I mean, Capman? Captan?
Sure.
And Steve's reluctance to ever give up immediately pays off. Most people, even those given super soldier serums, wouldn't expect to be able to catch up to this powered sub underwater, nor would old Bullyface have even tried. But Rogers would have tried with or without the serum. And that's what makes him Captain America.
Hail Hydra!
What is it that organizations like this do to inspire such blind loyalty?
Right?
I'm genuinely asking. Bond villains are often spies, so I guess the cyanide tooth makes sense for them. Don't want to give up national secrets. But Hydra starts out as a research division for the Nazis.
Yeah.
Whatever, I guess it's a loyalty.
Like they work for friggin' Nazis. Yeah. No, that is a genuine question. Just I am one. Not like a plot hole or anything. I'm just genuinely curious.
Let me show you.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Hail Hydra!
Yep, I'd probably hail Hydra too after that demonstration.
Yeah, fair.
I suppose you still aim to win this war through magic.
Science. But I understand your confusion.
This is one of the best parts about the MCU. There really isn't any magic. Scarlet Witch's mutations get close to the line, but everything is supposed to be able to be explained by aliens, mutations, or science.
Back then, I remember this was something CinemaWins used to talk about with the MCU. The fact that there's not really any magic in the MCU, but nowadays I wouldn't. Maybe at first, yeah, probably, but nowadays not so much anymore. Because then you have stuff like Doctor Strange, and then of course there's the Infinity Stones, like snapping half the universe out of existence, the multiverse, stuff like that. A lot more magic has come out since then. So I do think back then when they were starting out, they wanted to keep it as grounded as possible by saying, "Oh, it's not magic. There's some science behind it." But again, that's changed since then. So.
As for the origins for someone named Captain America, this one is about as believable as it gets.
Yeah.
Being an entertainer/salesman is a perfect way to bring this cheesy, campy name to life. Punching
Punching Hitler.
Hitler's a win.
Yep.
I'd be a Nazi if I didn't win that, right?
Of course, yeah.
So are the Cap comic books just retellings of him selling bonds? Riveting.
I understand you
Sorry, hold on.
Bond? Win. To bring this cheesy, campy name. Being an entertainer, Captain America, or science.
Sorry, hold on.
For the
Sorry, just the fact that Chris Evans just looks like he's hating this, which makes sense because like Steve Rogers hates doing this, like being propaganda. Even like I had to take this serum just to become propaganda. And wearing this weird cheesy costume, like it's so funny, and that's such a cheesy costume too. Like it's like taking the cheesiest costume from the comics and kind of making it cheesy on purpose. Like yeah, sorry, just back to where we were.
I understand you're America's new hope.
If you had been paying attention, you'd have noticed that Disney was dropping hints that they were buying Lucasfilm in a little over a year.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, sadly, that only gets worse. Or better, depending on your perspective on tights.
So are you two? Do you fondue?
Subtlety. Thank goodness for dumb Hydra goons.
Yeah, very much. I'm Captain America.
Don't ever accuse the MCU of taking itself too seriously.
They don't.
What are we taking, everybody?
Says the Irish stereotype.
You know what you're doing?
Yeah.
I've knocked that Adolf Hitler over 200 times.
Optimism.
America.
Also, job fulfillment. Saving your friend.
Yep.
Also, a little Winter Soldier foreshadow.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Since we know that's how Bucky survived that fall, because Zola did those experiments on him.
And Hydra gets all the coolest vehicles. First that submersible, and now this sweet helicopter from Howard Hughes' Nightmares.
Cool. He's gonna be fine.
Fine. If Lara
Yeah.
Croft can do that jump no problem, so can Cap. Where are your jokes now, you jerks? If you had just been nicer and jumped on that grenade, that could have been you.
Yeah. Stanley.
You would know.
You would.
Hey, Jim, who's that girl? Right.
Hold
Did
on.
you say she looks like she could manipulate an entire king?
Actually, hold on. Am I wrong in saying this? That is Star-Lord's grandmother? Because I think I heard that somewhere, that is supposed to be Star-Lord's grandmother. You might have to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Exactly. No better than Cersei.
Okay.
Hard to see what all the fuss is about.
Ah, there's the fuss.
JK, LOL.
Yeah.
Amazing how a few slight alterations turns the lame tights that look like they were knitted by Steve's grandma into this. I guess the slow-mo doesn't hurt either.
Sure.
But destroying Hydra weapons plants montage is the fastest way to... destroying Hydra weapons plants.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Take
and
that.
getting Agent Carter to fall in love with you.
Yeah, take that. Well, like I said at this point, Hydra had left the Nazis, but whatever. Nice.
Yep.
There goes the Winter Soldier. Yep.
Create a protective system of regeneration and healing, which means can't get drunk.
One of the few drawbacks to being Captain America, but it keeps him ready to Boy Scout it up whenever needed.
I'm not gonna stop till all of Hydra's dead or captured.
Persistence.
That's a cool motorcycle.
Cap's bike would give a James Bond car a run for its money. Finally getting to see Cap in full light in all his powerful glory.
What made you so special?
Nothing. I'm just kid from Brooklyn.
Humility. Although really it's one of those catch-22s where if he actually acknowledged the real reason he's special, it would diminish his specialness. But still, humility.
Right. And he says, I could do this all again here.
Peggy Ex Machina.
No. Aw.
Go get him.
For luck, cliche dodge.
Nice.
Also love.
I'm not kissing him.
Tommy Lee Jones doesn't even care. Exposition by bomber labels.
I remember House should have ended pointed out, like, they're German, but kind of convenient that these bombs are written in English so that us Americans can understand them. Like, nice going there, German. Hydra.
Exposition by bomber labels.
Ooh.
Yeah, get him, R2. Wait, I gotta give Agent Smith a win for not kung-fuing it up in this fight. We know he's got the moves.
He does, yeah.
And the blue energy beam to space was born.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we have one in Iron Man, but there's another one.
Also, full circle on the Ark of the Covenant, huh?
Yeah.
I'd hate to step on your...
Self-sacrifice.
Take us to the next grid point.
But there's no trace of wreckage.
Trying to find your friend. But man, Stark's devotion is making Cap 3 look all the sadder.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Thanks for making me sad knowing what happens in Civil War. Man, that's going to be a sad movie when we get to that one.
I know this is a bit of a shameless plug for the next film, but who didn't get excited when they saw that? I know we're all jaded by the MCU at this point, but until I saw that line in theaters, I wasn't convinced Avengers was really happening.
Yeah. So really excited. That's our next MCU movie, so that's going to be fun.
A year before Avengers came out, we got to see a leader born. And I won't say created, because the first act of this movie does a great job of showing us who Steve Rogers is, and how his abilities are only a tool that let him become the leader he was destined to be. And although you could say that Tony Stark was already a billionaire genius before he became Iron Man, and Bruce Banner was already a genius scientist, the suit and the green guy are what they really add to the Avengers. And while Cap couldn't contribute without his strength and speed, it's his leadership and the fact that he's a good man that make him valuable to the Avengers. And it's those unique qualities that this film showcases. I really appreciate the amount of time they spent with Steve before the serum. This film does a great job of blending breakneck action with solid story set against the alternate history World War II. And I give them so much credit for not just dumping Cap in present time with flashbacks to his first mission. They really made the period piece work.
He did, yeah.
As always, Hugo Weaving impresses. And as German Red Skull, he really got to tug on his mustache. The character is a perfect anti-Cap, and I applaud their willingness to use Cap's main arch-nemesis right out of the gate. After Chris Evans flamed on all over Fan 4, I never would have thought that he could have pulled off the meekness, humility, and compassion that is Steve Rogers. But man, does he ever.
Man, that's crazy to think about. Chris Evans before this was kind of was kind of a jerk in a lot of movies. He was also in Scott Pilgrim, and then in this one, he's like a really nice guy. It's like, man, this guy has range, and And also the fact that knowing that Captain America before this movie came out was kind of seen as a silly caricature, and then this movie helped him become a more sympathetic character that you want to root for. Like I find it really cool. I've seen some people say that Cap only really got interesting in Winter Soldier. I've always liked him in this first movie just because of how much of a good man he is.
He goes from being a joke to leading the men he rescued to pretty much single-handedly destroying Hydra. Well, until the future, obviously. We'll get to that another time.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers as a character is one of my favorite Avengers. He's full of one-liner wisdom nuggets like,
Start running, they'll never let you stop.
poor Peggy was never long for the cinematic Marvel canon, but she proved that she was the second best thing to come out of this film by getting her own show.
That's not canon anymore, but oh well.
Primarily, I just feel bad for Rogers. He finally falls for a girl and he has to get bumped into the future.
Yeah.
But now that Cable will be in the Deadpool sequel, maybe he can bring Peggy into the future. Did he have that ability? Although now we're talking about Fox again.
Well, I guess now we know that Steve went back to be with Peggy, so there you go.
Who are so protective of their X-Men that the MCU's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch have identity crises. Not that it matters. Cap would never put up with Deadpool's language. I assume he'd have to make an exception to his sentiment.
I don't want to kill anyone.
You got no idea.
Yeah, man, this video came out in 2016, man, back when there was still that whole thing. Now Disney owns Fox. Man, how far we've come since then. Yeah, I told you this video was short. 82. Award. No procedure in the AM.
We'll drink it after.
No, I don't have a procedure to drink it after I drink it now.
Oh yeah, he used to do that with the check out some other Win videos. Yeah, doesn't do that anymore. And I never understood this, where he just kind of puts a watch it again, but like you just watched it once. Why? Like oh well. I mean, I guess I'm watching it again, but it's fine. And that was Captain America, the first Avenger. And still really like this movie. Wish CinemaWins' video on this was longer, but this is, again, back when he used to make shorter videos, so it's fine. And the next one, MCU movie, is going to be a fun one, because, again, it's going to be The Avengers, one of my favorite Marvel movies, so really excited to get to that one, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. For now, that'll be all. Peace.